Well, hello, Aaron Stringer. How are you doing today?
Doing well, having a good day. How are you?
Great, thank you. And how are things over at your legal firm?
Just moving along, just helping families and enjoying doing it.
That's great. Red Rock Legal is where it's at in St. George, Utah. So, Aaron, I know you probably want to spend the time talking about your vacation to Montana, but in the meantime, we've had some people ask us, what do I do with my estate plan after divorce? What needs to be changed immediately? Fill us in on that kind of a situation.
Yeah, it's something. I mean, after all that they've been through at that point, not a fun, journey to take there. But
Yeah.
there are some steps that they don't want to take too long to take care of. So that would include, a lot of things. Your spouse is typically going to be listed as a beneficiary for a variety of different accounts. So that would include, retirement accounts, so like a 401k, IRA. Most likely, depending on the settlement, there might be
Yeah.
some things just determined in that settlement agreement about how those should be treated. But for anything that's not involved in that settlement, definitely go through there and make sure that those beneficiary designations are up to date. So that would be one important step to
Okay.
take right there.
Okay. What's another thing? So, like, what about powers of attorney,
Yeah.
inheritance provisions, things like that?
Yeah, exactly. So all those different things you would want to update because again, typically the spouse is going to be the first person listed on those. So power of attorney for financial purposes, healthcare power of attorney, so that if you're in an accident, the hospital or whoever is going to know who to contact to find out healthcare information.
Yeah.
Um, if you have a will in place, if you have a trust in place, there's a good chance if there's a trust, if you had a joint trust with your spouse, that was probably dissolved as part of the divorce.
Okay.
So it would be good to, start over, create your own new trust because you still own property. You still have the same goals of wanting to pass things on to family to avoid probate. It's just, it'll be as an individual at that point.
I,
So still very important to do.
Yeah, I would imagine also in terms of powers of attorney, if you have like a medical directive. So let's say that you're in the hospital and your ex spouse has power of attorney and a medical directive, and she just goes, just pull the plug.
Yeah, yeah.
You
I
might want to
mean,
change that.
exactly. I mean, we laugh at it. It would
Yeah.
make a good, story for a sitcom or something, but it could certainly happen. And just that extra time of confusion about who has that control can mean a lot. When things are, again, if it's an emergency situation.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Have you
having
ever
that
had that
update is
happen
very important.
before? Have you seen a situation like that where this ex-spouse has power of attorney over the medical directive and something
I've
happens?
I've heard of those kinds of stories, not to the point where it's caused too many significant issues, but just like I said, where you know where it's like anytime you have an emergency contact listed, whoever is trying to figure out what's going on, they're going to start at the top of the list and then move down the list of contacts,
Yeah.
and so that works the same when you have a power of attorney or a healthcare power of attorney. You're either the person that you appoint as the alternate is going to have to go through the motions of proving that they are actually the next one in line, that the person that's first in line is an ex-spouse. And so it just adds to the confusion and trouble to an already difficult situation.
Yeah.
So,
I would imagine there should be some updates to inheritance provisions, especially in the case of a
yeah.
blended family
Oh, yeah.
where maybe they're not your actual biological kids and you want to change the inheritance provisions in the existing plan, trust, or will. So that would be a good thing to definitely check out. I guess
Exactly.
they should probably contact you and go through the critical updates that should happen right away, as opposed to waiting to a pull the plug scenario.
Yeah. Yeah. And what I can do is, so first of all, offer a free consultation.
Okay.
Give me a call, 435-817-9187. We'll talk about what changes took place, what updates need to be done. We'll look at each situation and take into account whatever settlement is in place for the divorce and figure out what needs to be done.
Perfect. And give us your website address
Yeah, redcliffelegal.com.
and your email.
Yeah, email at any time. It's actually a great way to get contact because I can answer at any time of day. And that is astringer@redcliffelegal.com.
Perfect. And we want to remind everybody to watch, listen, subscribe, and share to your podcast, Legacy Made Real. Aaron, thank you very much.
Thank you.
See you again soon.
Bye.